All right, guys, it's been a very long time I dropped a video, so I would like to drop a very quick one. So how to set up a trade, right? Um, Technically, one of the first things you want to do to set up a trade is to learn to check the daily chart. So usually you come to the daily chart. So I'm going to follow everything we have here to try and set up or pick some of the trades that happened last week. So let's put time here. So okay, start by checking the daily chart and mark the SNR and EG closest to the current market price. So the SNRs are closest to the current market price. In this scenario, this SNR, right? Also, we have this SNR level right here. To make sure this is as fast as possible. Also, we have this broken gap level. Okay. And as much as possible, as an SNR trader, it's likely your chart is going to get very crowded. So try not to use too much colors so you don't get irritated because someone like me, I usually get irritated like that. So again, start by checking the daily chart, mark the SNR including EGs closest to current market price. So we've marked the SNR, we've marked the EGs. Okay, this is also close. So we see this reaction of here. So also mark the high and lows that are closest to current market price. So this high close to current market price, right? Also this low close to current market price. Also this low close to current market price. And also I would have marked this high, but yeah, it's just market. Okay, that high close to current market price. And you're going to see what is going to happen as the week on as the day unfolds. All right, so go to H4, repeat what you did on the daily chart. So let's go to H4. Let's see if we can repeat what we have on the daily. So technically, this is what we have on the daily, sorry, on the H4. So again, I have this engulfing. So I'm going to mark that engulfing brilliantly. What else do we see? We have this classical scenario here. I'm going to mark that. What else do we have? We have this HNS. Yeah, HNS level here. I'm going to mark that also. So back to transaction. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're done H4, right? Technically, apart from what we have on the daily, these are the levels that are closest to current market price. So this current market price. So again, we also have this imbalance candle here. So here, I'm going to mark this gap level because it's even below this HNS. So price can skip the HNS and come for the gap level. So I'm going to mark that gap level. I'm going to mark this imbalance candle. Okay. In essence, I can technically just mark this imbalance candle like this, but I want to make the charts look, I don't want it to be too crowded. Okay, so we have that. So again, on the H1, I ask myself, what exactly do we have? So on H1, to go to H1, repeat what you did on the H4 and the daily. As you can see, we already have too many lines on the chart. So one of the things I want to do is I want to pay attention to the important ones, right? So I can delete the ones I think are not important. So this is the low, and then this is this high. So it means that we have this zone here. So within this zone, this guy is likely a strong level. As you can see, it's an imbalance candle. This is actually an hidden engulfing, okay? Because it's an engulfing that is hiding within those guys. So that guy is hiding right there. So what else do we have? We also have this level. Whipping price takes this level. And again, mark the highs and the lows, right? So mark this high, and then we'll mark this low also. Okay. So that's up until H1, right? So from H1, you're just supposed to play and then watch how price react to any of these things. So let's assume we're in the live market, you're going to set your alerts, you have all your levels marked, closest current market price. You just want to watch what unfolds next. Okay, so you're watching. And never forget that as each candle unfolds, as each 1 hour candle, one of the tricks I wrote here is always check the H1 chart every 1 hour to identify new SNR and new EG. So we have H1 chart right here. So what do I see? I see breakout SNR, right? And I see this guy here. This is breakout SNR. I need to change this time to my time. Okay. This is breakout SNR, right? And so we broke first break, second break. This is a retracement. So comfortably, you can actually pick a sell here, but you're not going to pick that sell alone. So I want to check the H4. does this H1 level correspond to anything on the H4 chart? Okay, but because if it doesn't, I'm not going to pick the trade. So on the H4 chart, let's see if price at this level. Okay, because the H1 chart cannot stand alone, especially in a ranging market. In a trending market, it probably will. In a ranging market like this, might not stand alone. Okay, so we have that marked. Another level we have on the H4 is the breakout SNR level. Trying to be as fast as possible. Okay, so this breakout SNR level, right there. So again, back to H1, candlestick up. Okay, so we priced up our level. We don't know yet, so we just watch. Okay, no pricing, tap the level, and then price just continue from the H1. So that would be probably be a missed trade. Okay, but really, something you could have picked off from that level pretty easily. All right. So again, on H1, if you're checking every hour, you also would have marked this classic scenario that just formed. Yeah. That's why every hour you need to check. Okay. So this new classic scenario just formed. Is there anything on M15? One of the tricks I wrote here. Again, sorry, let me show you the tricks. A very important tricks of where they okay, so tricks. I mentioned that pick your trade only if two time frames align. Say M15 and H1 can actually align. H1 and H4 can also align. So in this scenario, this would be a very good trade to have picked from M15. As you can see, they actually align perfectly. M15 tapped that level. As you can see, different decent rejection. After that rejection, you got an engulfing. Okay. So after this engulfing, this can be an easy trade for you to pick. And the next question is, where is the closest place to actually pick the price to? Okay. You can actually target this level because this is the lowest level on M15. So let's go back to H1. I want to keep this fast. So H1 is best. So yeah, H1 and M15. Based on H1 and M15, that would be a very good entry. And then as you can see, M15 engulfing confirmed that level. M15 rejection and engulfing confirmed that level. Okay, you see tapped. What did we tap here? You see the HNS. So marking your levels is always very important. You can't go wrong knowing how to mark your level. So we have HNS there. So then the question here is one of the tricks I wrote here, ensure your SNR or EG has an inducement. Okay. Is there somewhere within your SNR and EG that price has to induce? So see that H4 SNR, this H4 HNS level. Let me show you again so it's pretty clear what we are looking at. So you see H4 HNS level, see that? H4 HNS, so price taps the H4 HNS. So on M15, I want to show you that there is actually inducement, right? So price came, you see induced this low, right? And then we have reaction, beautiful reaction from this engulfing, right? So that will be our environment. And one of the very important things you want to also master is as long as we are mastering entries, our exits are also very important. Now, the closest SNR to where this trade is coming from is this hidden engulfing here, right? This is the closest. So I'm going to mark it. So again, I'm going to check the H4. Is there something on the H4 that correlates with that? That could be a reason why price can actually keep going to the downside. Okay. So you pick the buy here, then you're here on the H4. Oh, on the H4, this is a broken engulfing fail. So price can actually still use this to continue price to the downside. Okay. So M15, I just want to check anything at all. Okay. So anything at all on M15? Nothing significant, right? So on M15, I'm going to leave this. We are in the extreme. Obviously, I know this actually sold in live market. So that's an advantage for me right now. So again, if I miss the immediate entry, this again gives me the opportunity. M15 engulfing from the gain, and that gives me the opportunity to actually entertain the trade once again. Okay. And as you can see, it keeps repeating. Okay. So M15 engulfing formed again and again with rejection. We see rejection of the classical scenario of this M15 engulfing, price came tapped, and then we start to sell. Definitely, one of our interesting targets would be this level. Remember, we marked this level from the H1. Let's go to the H1. Too many levels, right? Too many levels. Okay, this level. Oh, sorry, I think from the H4. Oh, nice. You see, if I had not come back to check H1 right now, I wouldn't have known that this actually gave H1 engulfing. So you see, again, this gives me another reason to enter this trade here, and my first convenient target will be this low. All right, so never forget that you need to check the H1 chart every 1 hour. I have too many lines on my chart, too many zones, but as you can see, nothing is obstructing my view of what the price overall price is doing. So again, see my voice keep there for a minute. So again, price came, tapped, and then came to our level, came to the target. Like I said, this is our most convenient target. So up still from our HNS, right? Still from our HNSC, we have price blistering high. Okay. So how high can price go? As you can see, price is more likely or more often than not going to use one of our levels. What happens? The price taps one of our levels. Where did we mark those levels from? Remind me again. As you can see, the H4. Okay. So we had them marked again from the H4. So the beautiful question, whenever you mark an SNR level, one of the trick, always check for inducement, right? So let's see M15 to see was there any area price induced? Oh, beautiful. As you can see, there was inducements. Price induced this high taps. So one of the first convenient TP again would be this low, right? So if you're taking this sell from here, more reasons to actually pick the sell would be after this breakout. So after this breakout, you can pick the sell. So you see, we've had two different reasons for entries now. One of them was M15 engulfing. Now we are using an M15 engulfing fill, right? So entry here, uh, and then your first target will be this low, okay? Trying to keep this as fast as possible, as simple as possible. All right, so you see target hit. Okay, so let's see. The price at this point has price tapped any level. So again, I'm coming to check the H4 to see if there's anything that price is doing currently. The H1, if there are new levels. In the live markets, please never forget something you want to actually check constantly. Okay. So now we have this new level. We have this classic scenario here. There's a new level for us. All right. H4. Does that level align with anything on the H4? Just want to see. Yes, it aligns with something on the H4. Right. So does it align with anything on the H4? Yes, it does. So this same level, that's equilibrium, right? On the H4 and then on the H1, same level. So I'll be looking out for this level. My price taps. So let me just fast forward it because I knew price got to that level. So price taps. M15, looking for my entry, M15, M5. I'm looking for rejection. I'm looking for engulfing. Okay. I'm speaking rejection. I'm speaking engulfing. So in this scenario, we have this engulfing field. So see what happens. So price goes, poof. See, this is rejection, right? And this is engulfing, right? I'm looking for rejection. I'm looking for engulfing. So I can actually conveniently pick the sell from here, up from here. Where would my first target be? Conveniently, this would be my first target. My first target for the sell, right? Conveniently, okay. So let's see that drop. And as price keeps dropping, never forget you want to keep checking the H1. Are there new levels formed? What's going on the H1? You want to keep yourself abreast of all of that. As you can see on the H1, the price came back again several times for re-entry, again here also for re-entry. Okay, so you would always get that in, but never forget to always check the H1 charts. Something you want to keep in mind. You want to always check the H1 chart. Okay, so as you can see, all of these levels are levels that we've had since, right? We've drawn them since, and the important things we also had drawn the highs and lows since. Okay, so very important to keep that in mind. All right. Again, I would like to elongate many of these levels, right? Because they are very, very important. We'll just stretch a bit, or let's go to H4, or go back to the H4. Okay. So on the H4, what else do we have? So let me put this here. Are there new levels that are formed on the H4? Yes, there are new levels. Okay, we have this level, this gap level, for example. This is the latest that we have. We also have this breaker SNR right here. Okay, on the same level, H1. Okay, so let's see. So marked the closest levels now. So let's see price start again. We just marked that level, right? So never forget, always go to get that entry. So let's see M15, M5, if we get an entry there. Okay. We're talking rejection, right? We're talking engulfing. See, we're talking rejection, see engulfing. So pick the trade from here. Again, this would have been your target in all honesty, but I think price blasted through it. So that would have been a break-even trade. Or let's play. Maybe oh, okay, see that. So price came again, one of our zones, right? It's one of the zones we'd marked earlier, right? So where did we mark it from? From H1, right? Very clear on the H1 where we marked it from. Okay, so as you can see, I've not said anything about storyline. I've not said anything. I've just said things about marking the right zones, marking the highs and the lows of that right zone of those right zones. You set your alerts and you're able to pick your trades. And these are the tricks. This is purely an idea into the way I actually trade. So these are the tricks. The M15 and H1 they could go together. H1 and H4 can go together. H1 cannot stand alone. M15 cannot stand alone. Okay. H4 and daily can actually stand alone. And always check the H1 chart every 1 hour. Always check the H4 chart 4 hourly, 4 hourly. And then when you're picking a level, an SNL level, ensure either the level had induced somewhere before or the level has an inducement before the entry. So what do I mean? So you can pick an SNL level, for example, if this is a level, this is an example of a level that has induced before, right? Broken structure. So if price comes back, price can likely use this level and bounce. So the second one is an external level that has inducement before the entry. So for example, this is just a random level. So let's say you have something like this, and then price just came, induced, yeah, induced this low. This is your entry point and then blast high. So this has inducement before the entry. This has inducement from the onset. Okay. So either your SNR or EG has an inducement from the onset or has an inducement before the entry. Okay. So these are the things you want to consider before you are able to say, oh, this level is an important level. This level is one level that I actually want to look out for. So how do you pick your entries? Your entries are just as mechanical as you want them to be. You're looking for rejection and engulfings. Rejection and engulfings. Sometimes you might not get rejection and engulfing. If you get an engulfing field, you also engage M5, M15. As they present, you also engage them. Okay. And so let's see last example. Just want all of this to play out. Okay, so let's just see what happens next. I'm just playing this for the culture. Okay. See that cell from the same level we've marked. You see rejection again, just the same thing. So this is rejection, engulfing field. On M15, that would have been a decent entry. Okay. So you see crazy cell. Where did this cell come to? This guy. Where did I mark this guy from? Remind me from the daily. It was the high and low of the daily that I marked. Okay, see this. Let me show you. This is the low. This guy right here. Okay, as you can see. So that's why it's important for you to mark the high and the low as you see them. Because prices at one point or the other, price is going to take it. So this kind of SNR is an SNR that has an inducement before the entry. As you can see, price came induced. What do we have here? We have rejection and engulfing, right? Rejection and engulfing. So price stops and then starts to go higher. Again, we have this level on tap, right? So let's see. I'm marking this because I actually know price start on Friday. So price start, rejection, okay, and then entry, all right? So I think this is a wonderful video. This is all the tricks. This is everything about outside of a trade. Hope you learned one or two things, and then I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.